Hello, hello. Welcome to Handmade by Julia Quinn. I've covered up me thing over there. This is my live video that I like to do every week to share with you some great ideas and inspiration and hopefully teach you some tricks and tips that you can use in your own card making. Now, I feel like I have done this on a video before, this card, but then when I looked it up, I couldn't find it. But so this is the one I'm going to do for you because I'm going to change this card from a happy birthday card to Happy Father's Day, because Happy Father's Day is in 2 weeks' time. No, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks' time. I'm trying to work out what day of the week it is. This is a fun fold and a brilliant way to use designer series paper. So on this card, I've used the Country Woods papers, which have, oh look, that's crooked. Okay, I shouldn't have brought that to your attention. You probably wouldn't have noticed, but I'm going to use the Country Woods paper again for my card I'm sharing with you. However, I'm going to use a different paper, mainly because I ran out of all the pretty ones, but you know, it's good to have different paper as well, just to show you a couple of versatile designs. I have scored this already. Can I remember what the score lines were for you? I think I scored it from this end, and it was 4 centimeters, 7 centimeters, and 10 centimeters. No, not centimeters, inches. So it's a 12-inch piece of paper. All of our scrapbooking paper is 12 by 12. I've just cut this paper to the length I wanted to put it onto my card base, which can be any size you make. This card actually is half of a card. These cards come with these envelopes, and I just cut it in half so that I could make the most of the card. And I have scored the designer series paper at 4 inches, 7 inches, and 10 inches. And then I'm going to fold along those score lines on the 4, and then back again to make a concertina on the 7, and then back again on the 10-inch line. And that's back to front. So that's the way it goes. So I'm going to pop that. Now, do I like it this way? Or if I fold it the other way around, I can have it this way. It's a lot lighter this way, isn't it? Folding it back, 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 and that way. Maybe I'll go that way. I was going to go the grey granite smoky slate way, but maybe I'll go the lighter way. Okay, so that's the first step. I have a card base, any size you like. This one is half of a card, and these cards are in our catalogue. They are the striped and textured cards and envelopes. I will show you as soon as I've stuck this on where they are in the catalogue. Okay, so that's all folded up in the centre of my card. Here's the catalogue, and those cards and envelopes are in the quick and mix and match, quick and easy options section, and they are down here. Textured stripes, mix and match cards and envelopes. You get 10 card bases, 10 envelopes, 5 in Real Red and 5 in the Misty Moonlight, and we're using the Misty Moonlight. Really, really good value for cards and envelopes that coordinate with them, which is something I love. So, as I said, I cut this card in half. It was originally a full card, and these are 2 of the other halves that came with the card, and then I've cut an extra piece of Misty Moonlight 2-tone cardstock as well. And then I've got this big piece for my, that's a rather large piece for my extra piece. And then these are for the insides. I really should have stamped this before I stuck it in. If I was concentrating, maybe I would have remembered. But I'm going to stamp it anyway now with this lovely leaf design from Textured Notes. This has been one of my go-to stamp sets for creating masculine type cards, just because it's fairly generic with leaves and a few little textured things. It's a thank you set. It says a little note of appreciation. You're seriously the best and thank you. But I do love the leaf imagery in the stamp set. Okay, so with my Misty Moonlight ink, I'm going to add just some foliage to my designer series paper randomly around the place. And these will be sort of hidden by my mats that I will have. I'm just going to pop a bit of scrap paper down there so that I don't put ink everywhere. Okay, and then a little bit down here. Repeatedly stamping gives it that lovely leafy look, I reckon. So, and a couple on the edge. One up there. There we go. So that's all just some stamping on the inside of my card to give it a little bit of life. And I'm also going to stamp on each of these panels of white. Whoops. I might just give that a bit of a clean. Each of these panels of white, which are going to be layered inside the card on the top and the bottom. Okay. All right. I think that's everything with my Misty Moonlight. Just check I've worked out why I needed that large piece of paper. And while I'm stamping, I will stamp this little image here in some grey granite. It looks like the bottom of a basket weave, but it's just a little circular image that will help focus the focal point of the greeting. Okay, so they're all done, which means I can stick all of them onto, just clean my ink away. I can stick all of these onto my Misty Moonlight mats. So one here, just lining them up on the inside of each of those mats. One here. And one on this one. And I might stick them into my card before doing anything else, because then the other bits are just embellishment, really. Okay, so first I'm going to start. So this is because it's a trio sort of card. So the first one I'm going to place on here, lining that up on the back of my card. This is the, this is the writing panel, okay? The next one goes in the center of the card, and I'm going to line it up exactly with the one that I have on the back of my card. So I'm going to flip that over so I can see exactly where my paper lines up. So I know that I only need adhesive on this left-hand side, lining that up. There and there. Well, yes, Maria, I do like blue, and I always have loved blue, but I'm making a masculine card here, so sometimes I feel a little bit limited in colours making cards for the fellas. Like, I love green, and I'll use green for anything. But yes, this one. And also I was dictated by colour by using the cards and envelopes. These Misty Moonlight striped cards and envelopes certainly dictated where I was going. There you go. So there's my threefold card. Now, on this little one here, I'm going to use my Early Espresso and stamped this lovely label. And because I'm converting this card into a Father's Day card for the father of my children, my husband, I'm going to just stamp that bit, and then that one can go away. The next bit is here. Happy Father's Day. I didn't check this, but it does fit. Thank goodness. And pop you. Oh, goodness gracious, Julia. I have to stamp that off now. That looks straight? Yep, looks straight to me. So, happy Father's Day. That worked well. Now, that's the mixed labels stamp set I'm using for that. That's currently on the last chance list, so I don't know how much longer it'll be available. It's a good set, and I enjoy it. And I'm going to also use from it You're Pretty Wonderful for the inside of my card. But I forgot to get the punch, so I need to punch out my hexagon there. I'm going to punch this one out. And stamp You're Pretty Wonderful in the centre of that with my early espresso, which shows up quite nicely on the light misty moonlight. Here we go. You're pretty wonderful, because he is pretty wonderful. Okay, and then last thing is to die cut this, or if you're a fussy cutter, you could easily fussy cut it. It's not a hard shape to fussy cut out, but I will use my die and die cut that lovely label. There we go. And pop that over here on my machine. Over there. Cut that out. There we go. And there's my greeting for the front of my card. Happy Father's Day. I'll flip that over, and I know not to put any adhesive right on the very ends. Actually, I might use my dimensionals here. Get that out of the way. 3 dimensionals. And I'll use some dimensionals on the back of this one as well, even though it's inside the card, just because it's cool to say tell someone they're pretty wonderful, I reckon. Peel them off. Happy Father's Day. And on the inside of the card, You're Pretty Wonderful. There we go. And then I can write, to my darling from me. Oh, and I need some basic grey and smoky slate pearls, because I was planning on using the other wood grain grey. I thought that would work quite nicely. And pop. So I might do on this one, cover that bit there, 2 there, another one over here. I'm tempted to put one on the back panel as well. So I'll do 2 up there and a 3rd one down here. There we go. So there's my Happy Father's Day card in a fun fold that shows off beautiful designer series paper that you can stamp. And it's got the 3 panels. So your front, something inside, and a place for you to write a greeting. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for joining me. I'll come back and reply to all your comments right now. And see you next week. Bye.